On my heart. Thanks a lot.
No, thank you.
Take
I
care.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
I love you.
Love.
All right, that meant a lot to me.
Can I ask if he was violent at times?
He was violent to my brother. Um, Emotionally violent to me. He used to call me growing up.
Okay, I won't put that in there.
Yeah.
But I did see.
Yeah, he be physically violent to my brother.
Okay.
But yeah, physically to my brother, like very emotionally to me.
This isn't a lovey-dovey reading, and I
No,
personally,
that's what I need. I
yeah.
want to know if he's
So we will try our best to give you all
no.
the information, and we will definitely. I will work with this guy because I'm a little mad at him myself.
Yeah,
Other people come through stronger. And his initial thing is, I'm only going to share a little bit. And I'm like, okay, does that mean you're so focused on this? He's like, I'm not going to go beyond that. And personally, when the reading's done, it's like I want to have a chat with him. So I'll
yeah.
continue with that. Did he work alone?
Most times, yeah, he was out in the field by himself.
He had a younger brother?
I had a young no, my brother was older than me. My dad had a younger brother.
Yeah, he had a younger brother. So he did take me to his younger brother. He wasn't a heavy guy?
Sometimes, but he was in pretty good shape for most of his life.
Okay,
He,
we're getting
he
somewhere.
worked outside.
Sorry?
He worked outside in the woods.
He worked outside in the woods. Okay, because that part I'm getting. And he had some facial hair at some point, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, some point. Okay. Ah, okay. So he was a bit of a homebody, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'd say so.
So I'm going to go with that initial vision I had.
Yeah,
There's a strong reference to the younger brother, and
yeah.
that whole issue of the younger brothers coming forward a lot. So what if I told you, because again, there's that vision, he's taking me, it's hard to see that.
Yeah.
What if I told you that that stems from what happened to him in childhood?
Oh, I believe that. He had a shitty childhood.
Okay, so he's pointing in that backward past and he's saying it's a negative childhood. I do want to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the people that were around him were into alcohol, tobacco, and all that stuff.
Oh,
And yeah, okay. I want to tell you what I'm feeling right now. It's going to be hard for you to believe this, but this guy just flooded me with his love for you. My voice and everything changed. I'm hearing that he's extremely sorry. I'm really sorry. You see my tears and everything. I'm really picking that up. Sorry, I've got business to run, mate. Would he spend extended durations alone?
yeah. Yeah.
I think
The,
he wanted to, yeah.
the year anniversary of my brother died, and he took off from the family.
I want to tell you, the feeling that he's giving me is he just kicked the whole thing away. Like I'm done with this life. I want to be alone for a while. So he's acknowledging that he kicked it away. Um, all right, let's talk, man. You came in slow, bro. He was he wasn't that abusive with your mom.
No, no, he just didn't spend a lot of time with her and kind of, I,
Abusive is the word.
yeah, no, he had emotional affairs on her.
He had emotional affairs. Okay. But it's what I'm saying is it was a
No, he
lack.
didn't hit her. No,
No, he did. It was a lack. It was more of like a distance thing, like
yeah,
I don't care rather than I will hurt you.
no.
Okay. I know that about you. Do you have a question from him specifically?
I just want to know if he's truly sorry for the way he treated me when I was a teenager, regrets for what the things he did to me.
So this happened in the early teenage years.
Yeah, when I was a teenager. Like when I was young, he was good. Like he
Mm-hmm.
was good, but teenage years, it was horrible.
So would you say this happened when you started to get into the teenage years and stuff,
Yeah,
right? Okay,
yeah.
so I'm picking that up. And I also feel that from what I'm getting, it's hard to explain, but I think he was trying to contain you in some way.
He didn't want me growing up.
Yeah, the containment energy. And that comes from that vision of like a dome and it has a certain limit, and I don't want the energy to go beyond that dome or something. It's like, and I will say this, you were pretty strong during all of that.
Yeah.
You were hard to break.
Yeah, I've always been pretty hard. I've been because I've had to be like it's just like it's who I was made into because I've had a lot of crappy things happen to me and I've I've had to
Okay.
be strong.
Okay. Did anybody else abuse you?
Yeah, I've had two boyfriends beat me up and things like that. So yeah.
Okay, all right. He is, of course, truly sorry, and he didn't know how to act. And I think that was the first message, and it was the lack of knowledge and all that. He couldn't crack you open. He couldn't solve that mystery. He couldn't crack you open. Emotionally, you're much stronger, I think, than even him. From what he's telling me, you're a stronger version than him. He was more of an emotional mess than you, because he's showing me that where he'd cry. I'm going to also say one other thing. I think you became quiet at that time also.
Yeah, I was pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet. So
Yeah, I just stay in my room most of the time.
okay. The way he's showing me, and I want you to remember this vision, is he's using a reference of there was some really quiet girl that he's looking at, and he kind of likes that. He kind of respects that in a person, that person is quiet. They're kind of within themselves and they're able to process stuff better, emotional stuff and everything. And they're more connected to themselves and they're harder to break. And I think that's the vision he had for you. So there was all of that. It's just a combination of wow, I wish I could be someone like that.
It was a quiet rebellion, kind of. It was a quiet rebellion. I would just kind of quiet and go to my room and just,
He was an emotionally hurt guy. He was
yeah.
a I just want to confirm one other thing. He would wear like any reference to a checkered clothing.
Like he had plaid, um, like dress jackets. Yeah, he had, when he dressed up, he had like the small plaid dress jacket.
Okay.
He wore that for my wedding.
I
Like,
think he respected you more than the mother.
I think so too.
I think so too.
And my mom's, I think, is jealous of that. And that's why she doesn't treat me as good.
I can effing 100% confirm that.
Yeah.
I just think that the respect element is a lot more with you because he's constantly showing me this particular girl that I used to look up to. And it's just, I really respected and admired her. And he's constantly using that reference. But I think he was more attracted to your personality types
Yeah.
without,
No, I understand. I
yeah.
think, yeah, I don't think he respected my mom at all.
It was a rural childhood, right? I guess the way the mentality of the people was old school and
Oh
rural.
yeah,
Okay,
it's a hillbilly town.
okay, that's kind of what I'm not going with the visual, but the mentality of the
Yeah,
people.
it's a hillbilly
Yeah,
town. It's a
yeah.
redneck town.
Yeah, and by the way, he probably saw some of that, like you were going to evolve beyond that, and you know,
Oh yeah. People,
you,
I go back to my hometown and I'm like, oh my God.
your brother,
Yeah.
I don't think he had to. He was more of a relaxed energy in the sense that he wouldn't face the challenge like you. I think you're addicted to challenges sometimes.
Yeah. I kind of like it.
Yeah, and so you hurt him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even from a young age, you started to figure out
Yeah.
how to hurt
I'm
him.
going to pull the punches. You're going to pull punches at me. I'm going to pull punches at you.
So
Yeah.
so even during the teenage years, it wasn't an easy fight for him because he could beat,
Yeah.
like he could take
Yeah.
over your mom, he could win that battle with your brother. Your brother wouldn't even try hard, but with you were hardest to crack, and you were the
Yeah.
toughest and the most
Well,
dense. Yeah, you want me to tell you what I think? Because I've done a lot of this. People always ask me what do I have a soulmate, and there is no such thing as a soulmate. There's only twin flame.
mhm.
Twin flame energy isn't the one that's like, oh, my super lover or anything. Twin flame is whatever comes into your life with the most amount of chaos, the most amount of excitement, good or bad. It brings that energy, gets the things boiling and running. So there was that energy there for a while. I don't think he had a stronger twin flame than you, and there was a conflict energy and all that. And I think that has an element behind the whole thing. And I honestly, sincerely, honestly think you chose all of this. You know this, you know about spirituality because you wanted the bigger rewards. You were more selfish. You wanted the bigger thing. But
Yeah.
in the spirit world, the way he's making me feel like is you're the parent, he's the so maybe in a previous life you were the parent. So that's kind of the thing. But one thing based on everything I can confirm is like you were tougher, and you he did respect that. He loved that about you. But
Yeah.
it limited what he could do, and didn't have the control.
Yeah. I think he was bipolar, but undiagnosed.
So that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Is emotionally hurt, easy to
Yeah.
cry. So that's what I mean by bipolar. Emotionally hurt, easy to cry.
Yeah. I think my brother was too.
With him, there's more less of a trying. I just think that you'd push yourself further towards your goal than he could.
Yeah.
I think you're stronger. I honestly think you're the leader of the pack.
Yeah. I think I had to be.
Again, I don't think they have the fortitude that you do. I don't think your brother has the fortitude. I don't think your mother has the fortitude and the patience from what you're telling me. It's the same as fortitude. I just think you're built from a different fiber. I think she knows that. I think there is some jealousy energy, and it's
No.
self-hate towards her not having that, you know.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, how old are you?
I'm 55. Ah.
When are you going to become 55?
I just turned 55.
Thank you for letting me use this stuff.
No, thank you.
Anything you don't want me to not use?
No, I'm fine with everything.
Okay. Um, Thank you again. My
No,
time
thank
is
you.
running out here, and honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thanks a lot.
No, thank you. I
Take care.
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care.
Okay,
Bye.
love ya.
Love you.
Have a great day.
Thanks.
Okay, bye. All right, that meant a lot to me.
Bye. Okay. Tell me who you want to connect to.
My Aunt Arlene.
And when I say old school, I want to say she was kind of like modest, dressed
Yes.
modestly. I'm getting the feeling she wanted to travel more that but couldn't. So that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Any reference to her kids moving away? 1 to 2 kids, one kid. No.
Donnie, her son died before she died.
Yeah. Yeah.
He, uh-huh.
Okay. I just want, well, moving away or leaving or something like that. That sort of energy I felt. Okay. So
Yeah.
I think she was a good baker.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. That's why I keep going to that whole tin and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm going to ask her where she lived. Not fully rural area.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I asked her if she lives in a country, and she's like, it wasn't that country.
Right.
She was a bit shorter than your mom, or short, your aunt.
Yes. She was short.
I want to say she had a good sense of humor, because she's pointing out the laughter part. Okay. And I want to say she was an open laugh. Like she wouldn't hide
Yeah.
her laugh. The Parkinson disease she had,
Uh-huh.
that went on for a few years. I'd say about 4 or 5 years or something. And
Yeah.
then, okay, that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a reference to her sort of moving away from her sister?
Yes, I think so. My mom?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And was she the younger one?
Yes.
Is there a reference to saving money or financial hardship?
Yes.
She was a low-key person at times. I will say that.
Yes.
I gotta ask, what was her name?
Her name was Arlene.
I had a E-L sound, E-L-E-L-E-E-E,
Ella?
something like that.
So that would be my grandmother.
So in terms of her passing away, is it something to do with the head or
She
inside
had
the brain?
Alzheimer's as well.
Okay, okay. That's something to do with thinking in the brain and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Just want to mention that. I asked her that.
Yeah.
Okay. She was more shy than you.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a personal deep question?
Sure.
Are you okay if your son passes away? Would you understand that that's a good thing for the spirit? And
I understand. I do feel when I'm around him that they are calling him.
what if I told you like she's saying that there's a part of him that will kind of be always a child, was meant to be always a child in this lifetime?
Yeah.
Does your son, she might have pointed out that there's physical problems visible on him because of this,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got screws in his shoulder from his seizures and dislocating his shoulder all the time. It broke down the bones in his shoulder, and then they put screws in his hip and cadaver bone to build up his shoulder. So he has like, yeah,
Okay. Uh, He's making me feel like sometimes you're anxious to leave this job and you're kind of jumping it.
yeah.
She's making me feel like it. Okay. I'll try my best to connect with your dad. You never met your dad?
No, never. He was a staff sergeant, first class in the army.
What was his face like? Square
More, yeah, he's more square.
and clean shaven.
Yes,
Okay, that's the gentleman I saw. Okay, and how did you pass hot?
he passed away from his heart. Yeah,
Okay. Is he buried near woods or forest or some area?
yeah, yeah. The cemetery is very woodsy.
Okay, no problem. I think that's the guy.
All there's like a ring of trees around the cemetery.
Yeah,
Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.